our drawing ready for today. Yesterday we went live and we started this drawing with this little man right here. But today I have added, well, I guess it was last evening, I added the sketches that I've done to the sides here. I've got this lady on the park bench. I started to color in the park bench too soon yesterday, thinking nothing was going to be there, so I'm going to have to make her wear kind of a darker dress to kind of hide that, I think. And then Mr. Robot, he's got some love on his mind, and so like a good Korean robot, he is going to put an umbrella over the lady's head. If you've watched Korean TV shows, which I'm obsessed with, I love the Korean dramas, and there's always an umbrella. There are many other features, and I'm always happy to talk about those. And here's a little cat on wheels chasing a robotic mouse because, you know, that's what they do. And this looks like it says 3X, but that's the, that's the rear end of a duck. So there you have it. This is a great little letterbox. So how I did this with the mouse door, that's a secret. You don't know that's there. So how I did this was I opened up Google and just searched, you know, the old letterboxes, the way they used to be, where you'd pull this little rod down and it would open this up wider and it would tip the mail down into it. So I think that protects the mail so people didn't fish the mail back out, but that's a lot of the reason why we don't have these anymore. People got real smart, and by that I mean, you know, criminality was strong. The first thing we need to do today is we need to find a nice pen, maybe that one. Let's see, is this my new one? Okay, not this one. That's not it. We just need a really nice pen to ink around those edges, and I am loving my new fountain pen. I got a real new one, and if you're excited, I've wanted to try this one. Oh no, it's in this, there you know, I paid $6.99 for it, but it's in this packaging. Oh, good, it's not the crappy packaging that's so hard to open. I'm so sorry. I hope that nobody has commented yet, but I'm going to see. Let me just turn on some features here and get that open. We're going to see if I can watch it. And then on my other screen, I should be able to. Let's see how this works. Oh, just a second. I will mute that. There we go. Now you're just going to hear me once. All right, let's see this pen. I haven't tried this kind before since, well, in a very long time. Let me just say that in the 1980s, my mom bought me a calligraphy set. So I felt like this just pushed right into here. Oh, I heard a squirt. And I have managed to not get it all over myself. And now here's the back end. I think this thing is going to show the ink. So let's go ahead and put that on. Okay, now I am afraid to test this. I'm afraid to test this on my work because if it's not right, I can always hop up and use one of these other millions of pens that I have. So let's test it on a side piece of paper. Give me just a half a second. You can take a look at that pen. I have some spare paper. Oh, there's the other pen. There's my other new one. Okay. Here we go. All right. So if you hear clicking, I am taking one of those chickens from Costco and turning it into broth. I have this one that I used yesterday. Hello, someone's talking. Jeffasaur Produces said hi. I love the eye. Hello, Colin the goat. That's a cute name. So I have this one, which is a Pilot Precise Varsity, and this new one, which is a Speedball, and it has a larger nub. So this one is going to draw a thicker 9. Let's test it over here. Can you see over here? Nope. Oh, nope, nope, don't do that. Don't do that. I have this theory that I want my sketchbooks. Okay, nothing's coming out yet. Has anyone used one of these? Can you give me a hand? Beaded by Cami. If I go live, would you watch? If I go live, you watch? Would you watch, I meant? Depends. Are you entertaining? Let's be honest. We have to know. Okay. Do you have to shake it? How do you get the ink to come out? This is my first time with this one. Okay. Okay. Let's see if the ink isn't properly seated. Let's try that one more time. Let's give it a little more of a shove. I did not look for instructions. It seems like that should be pretty straightforward. Come on, people. When does the ink flow out? Love the good maker. Who's the good maker? Okay. Okay. So unless somebody gets on here and tells me what I'm doing wrong, I'm not going to be able to test this one. We'll just give that a minute. Oh, wrong cap. Let's find the correct cap. This is a very pretty pen. But so far, I just really want it to work, but I don't want to waste your time. So, instructions. Doesn't say anything there. Using, unscrew the nib grip from the barrel clockwise, insert ink cartridge until you feel it click. I got it. Reattach pen barrel to grip nib using clockwise motion. Place cap on pen, then turn pen upside down so nib is pointed downwards. Okay, it helps to read directions, right? So nib is pointed downwards. Shake pen to prepare ink to flow. Then place nib to paper. It is recommended to stroke the tip of the nib across a piece of scratch paper with several small strokes. Okay, you think it's shook up now? Let me catch up here. Would you, I meant. Would I? That's what I'm saying. If you're entertaining and I see you go live, then, you know, then, oh, there it works. Ooh, okay, so this one, let's see the thinnest line I can make. Oh, that's kind of rough looking. Oh, but the faster, if you go faster, you get it. There we go, nice thick lines. So we can do, we'll write Cammie's name. Cammie wants some attention right now. Don't you, Cammie? How about that? Hey, so that one works. It's thick though, so we're gonna switch and use the pen, the Pilot Precise Varsity. Okay, let's start tracing. Love it. Thank you, Cammie. Sorry, Colin. Colin the goat. Colin, are you my nephew, Colin? I do have a nephew named Colin. I think he's 2 L's though. I think it's 2 L's because I think I always spell it wrong. Okay. I'll just get his little teeth. Ooh, that's a little rough. It'll look much better once I get the pencil lines erased out. We got some birds here. As you can see, his radio mammographer, that sounds like, no, that's a mammogram machine. No, his antenna stenographer. No, that's a person who writes things in court. We need to, his output machine here, where he's receiving and sending love waves, is heart-shaped. So we're just gonna get that outlined. And then we'll go to color after we have a couple of pencil lines in. We'll just color this dude. Am I on screen? Are you seeing this? Okay, good. Who else is here? Who else is here? You're good at coloring. You're good at coloring. I'm M. I always feel like, oh, thank you, Colin. Can you tell me any of the videos you've seen? Have you seen any of the stop motion ones? Any of the minis? Oh, I found something today, which is really weird, okay? Let's see if I can grab it. I was out on my walk today and I found this outside. This is one of those eye drop bottles, but if I cut it off right here, I can make a miniature bottle out of it and put a label on it and make a little, maybe with hot glue, I can make a cap for it or something like that. It's really messed up. I used to have those. So now from now on, if I use those eye drops, I'm going to grab that off there and make a bottle out of it. I didn't know I had people who actually like remembered me from other videos. That's so cool. Thank you so much. I'm flattered. Let's get his little robot hand going. All right. Yeah, once we get these pencil lines out, it starts to really look good. His sleeve's a little bell, so all here can be black. That just shows that there's a space. And who knows why this sleeve, his arm doesn't come out of the bottom like the other. It just happened that way. I have no solid excuse. Okay, I'm a little shaky on there, so I'm gonna try and steady with two hands and just try and make a straighter line. That does work well. Yeah. I have the excessively shaky hands syndrome, whatever that is. I'm not nervous. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't have an excuse for the shaky hands, except I do try to eat low carb, you know, because I like to get out and exercise and look fit and everything. And so that, I'll tell you, you eat a bunch of carbs and those hands will steady down. Does that even make sense? Will steady down. They'll steady up. They'll get steady. Whatever. So what are you guys up to today? What's for dinner? It is like 4 o'clock here. I had such great luck yesterday with doing a live stream at 4, so I think maybe this is the time of day. Just between 4 and 5, if I have time, I will get on here. I did, if you watched yesterday's video, you'll know that I'm starting a job soon. I was supposed to start on Wednesday, but now it's moved to Thursday. A little bit of training is gonna happen. I'm gonna work in a factory because I worked in a factory before and I enjoyed making things. And it's a factory owned by some friends of ours. And it's a mini factory where there's only like a couple people who work there. It's very exciting and one of them dirty jobs. But I think I'll like it because I like to make stuff and I like to work in kind of a low pressure environment. And because mostly I'm just a regular old, pretty, what do you call it? I can't say, there have been moments of success, but I'm not a famous artist. I'm nobody. I'm just nobody, which is fine, Local people know who I am and what I do, and sometimes hire me to do some watercolors of their houses or something like that. But mostly, I just do YouTube and take care of my house and clean up after myself. Tell dumb jokes on the internet. Yeah, but I hear that a lot of people are having difficulty finding jobs, and I just wait till a friend is opening a new business and I said, hey, can I work for you? And she was like, we're gonna need people. So that's how I did it. I know a lot of people are struggling with that right now. And I think it's because a lot of people spend too much time. Listen, I don't want to judge. I spend too much time on my phone too, but there's people who spend too much time online and not enough time making acquaintances in person. Just like you can make friends just walking around the TJ Maxx. I mean, think about it. I mean, that's how, who put hearts up there? Thank you. Okay. She's starting to pop out now, isn't she? You can start to see what I'm talking about with this little, this is a very conservative young lady I'm drawing here. Yeah. But yeah, I hope that y'all, get outside some more as much as possible and meet people in real life. And I hope good things come to you that way. Because I think that's where it's at. I think that's the problem. I think people are they're putting in their resumes online and it's not conducive to actually meeting real people who can make real positive impacts in your life. So interestingly, where I met, the majority of the people that I've met lately has been at car shows, real, like with the higher end, fancier cars. And it's funny because at first we didn't even have a fancy car. We eventually got one, but first we didn't have one, and we just used to go and meet people. And that was nice and stuff. But once we were, I guess, part of that group of people who had something special, to look at, I think we got seen more as interested parties. We're not extremely fancy people, but we did save up and we did get something nice. And so that started it. This is really funny. Her one arm is really much shorter than the other forearm, and it looks so weird, and her hand is giant. Okay, I'm going to attempt to minimize the size of the hand a little bit in pencil first. Let me see if I can do that. We're going to minimize that hand because otherwise it looks like a gigantic paw, like she could freaking take on a bear with that thing. So, okay, we'll try that. We can always adjust these things in Procreate a little bit, which I like to do after. But first, I like to hand draw everything. And the reason for that is because it gets this really organic feel to it. And I haven't been able to replicate that just with Procreate. That's the thing. That's the thing that the AI can't do. Do you know how the AI knows you're a human? Oh, this is so interesting. The AI, there's that thing that says, I'm not a robot, right? And it starts checking to see if you're a robot. You say, oh, a robot could check that box. So it doesn't, how does that tell it that you're not a robot? The test about whether or not you're a robot happens way before you check that box. The computer is registering the shakiness in your hands. And that is I'm putting a little extra flower end thing on that. That didn't really work out very well. Oops, that's okay. We can fix it. But anyway, the computer is reading the shakiness in your hand as you move the mouse or slide your finger over across the screen to check that box. It's looking for shakiness because a computer is going to go from point A to point B perfectly. Perfection is what computers are really good at. But humans are really good at imperfection, which used to sound like a bad thing. Interestingly, here's another issue here. So this part of her leg would be her upper calf. Up here, her upper calf is about this size. Let's measure it, okay? Her upper calf is only about that wide up here. Let's say it's this wide. Up here, oh, that'll work. It's a decent measurement, but that's how I measure things. I just check them a little bit. Let's go here. Am I off the screen? No. Somebody holler at me if I fall off the screen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. So I would love to know more about you all. If you are over the age, I subscribe. Oh, thank you, Colin. Appreciate it. If you are over the age of 18 and you feel like saying what age you are, that will help me know about you. A lot of people, I used to have a lot of people on my channel who watched, who were much older than I was. Mostly men, because of the type of content I used to do. But then, and it's funny, it wasn't even content that I was so terribly interested in. It's just that I happened to find a, what do you call it? I happened to make friends with another YouTuber who was into backpacking and bushcraft and that sort of thing. And she introduced me to her subscribers. And then I got, I think that was around the time that I got monetized really quickly, because I had a whole bunch of people come over from her subscribers
And so that was a good friend to make. That really helped me in the long run. And she lives far away, so we kind of drifted apart. I don't really do that type of content anymore. And those people who I used to watch, they've all moved on to other things. And so when I started getting serious about my channel again, I had to make it be something that would be interesting to maybe a larger group of people. And so I stagnated for a long time where my channel wasn't really growing. It was my fault. I was not doing the things that you need to do to be consistent. And consistency means, to always give you the same kind of product you want, which is weird, okay, because today I released a video, I released a short, and nobody watched it because it was just a little bit off from my regular topics. I wasn't building a miniature. I was showing how I created this book. Okay, I'm gonna just show it to you quickly because I don't want to lose you. But anyway, I showed how I made this book in Canva, and it's a Japanese style budgeting system, right? But apparently nobody saw it. I thought it was a good little video. It wasn't terribly funny, but but it's helpful. So I made that in Canva, and I used to have Doodles on the cover of it, and I used to have it for free available to download from my website. Well, I got a message from a lady, and she was like, I like this book, but the person I'm giving it to would be completely turned off by the fact that it has cartoons on it. He would think it was silly, and he wouldn't want it like that. So I took some that's why I put the stupid clip art on the cover. It used to have this really funny, this like piggy bank on it. I don't think it was the one where the piggy bank was on. I had drawn one where a piggy, a piggy bank was on wheels, and this guy was dragging it. That was an animation that I did. He was dragging the piggy bank because like it was a slog to get to retirement and have any money in it. So anyway, that's how my doodles intersect with my other hobby, which is learning stuff about finance, which I think is interesting. But yeah, I think it's an interesting thing that you can be both a creative, cartoony person, but also be interested in finance. Now, if I can do drawings about finance, dude, I could. Why couldn't I? That would be so fun for me. I don't know if anybody would watch anymore. There's this guy I watch. I'm going to spell his name so that I don't get in trouble with y'all, but it's Hoemath. I just got interested in it because I have a young son. Well, young. He's 20, but to me that's young. Okay. And my son, I guess he watched this guy or he told me about this video by this guy, and he's entertaining. He does doodles about the dating situation in the world, and it's fascinating. Oh, you know what, you guys? I forgot to do something important. Hang on just a sec. Ready? Is that better? Better, worse, or about the same? I forgot I had this, I got this new ring light. That should help with the shadows. What do you think? Is that better? Okay, so anyway, the guy, the YouTuber, he became very popular, but he doodles and he talks about the problems between what men who are interested in dating and the women interested in dating and what the differences are between them. And like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Dating is so different now. But anyway, I'm very amused by that guy and his little drawings that he does. And so if you did little drawings like that and explained financial concepts, like what do I know about financial concepts? All I know how to do is make a budget. But it's worked. It's worked. One day we'll be able to retire because we learned how to properly, do this budget thing. So if you watch that video, I would appreciate if you would like it and leave it a comment, because it really, oh my gosh, it helps so much. And watch it till the end. It's only like a minute and something. So once I get her eyeballs in here, let's start coloring it and make this exciting, because, and then I can work on the other side and put color in it. Maybe tomorrow, if this doesn't take too long. She's got a silly little smile. That's another thing I might change. Now, let's have her looking at this guy. Maybe she's looking to look at that guy over there. See if we can make the eyeballs. She's checking him out. He's over to her side, giving him the old side eye. All right. Let's erase. We're gonna take some of the, this is gonna jiggle for a second, but bear with me here. All right. The only high I'm getting high on tingles. Tingles? Can you hear something? ASMR. You got that on the headphones, or is it my lovely voice that's exciting for you? There used to be this guy who really liked my, okay, hang on a second, my ear is ringing. Dude, that is so weird. Sorry. Mike, I have the worst laugh. He's like, that dude's gone. That dude's gone. It was Rowan Willis said, I'm using this as ASMR. Yeah. So the speedball you like? Okay. The speedball. I'm afraid to do the speedball. Well, let's try it. Let's try it on the drawing. Right here on the front leg of this one. Okay, we'll use that. You know, it feels really nice. If you hear clicking, that's the Instant Pot. I'm making chicken broth with the chicken bones from the Costco bird. Oh, you know what I forgot? More erasing. Now, don't be mad that she's half invisible here where you can see the stripes. I was stupid, but I get smarter every day. Every time I make a mistake, I get smarter. But the people who don't make any mistakes at all, they don't learn anything, okay? They got nothing to be proud of, and they're not brave. So go ahead, get out there and make your mistakes. Were any of you here yesterday? I don't recognize any, but none of you were here yesterday. So y'all didn't see. I got to go back to the other pen. Ooh, not that pen. Okay. I just got to do one thing. If you were here yesterday, the guy was asking about this bag and what's in the bag, and it's totally Chinese food. I guess I could have made the bag look like it was wider to be holding some more stuff, but you know, this is a Chinese character that I had to go look up to draw on it just so I could say it was Chinese food. And I don't even know what letter it is. I think it's an L or something. Let's go with that. Okay, just the birds, and then we're going into color. I'm going to be using alcohol inks. And I got a totally cheap set of alcohol inks. But they work great. Only thing is, they are not color fast. So you will learn. You want some? We need to do some fake ASMR for Rowan. Okay. So her dress needs to be a darker color, and he's wearing pink, and so I think maybe she can wear. Let's try this color. We can test colors over here on this page. Okay, we'll try this. We'll see if it'll cover up the park bench stripe that's going through her dress. I think that might work. There's some scratchy sounds for you, Rowan. Who else is still here? Colin. Colin, you're making this video extremely popular by putting all those messages. Said hi. Hi. Okay, there you are. Okay, let's get this. Yeah, the more comments, the better. I don't even care if it's nonsense. Just write doodles. Just write, hi, toodles, doodles, or whatever. Write anything. Because it's cool. It's cool to have a bunch of people on here. The more the merrier. Am I right? Okay, now what's with the hair? Like, why does she have stripes in one side of her hair and not the other? So we're gonna give her some strands of hair here. It's not really important, but I just thought it looked weird. There, something like that. I don't know. But I want her shoes to, she's a nice little lady here, so we're gonna, whoop, hang on. We're gonna match her shoes to her purse. What color shoes go with the, did you also notice anything else? The heel disappeared. All right. Those lines, I'm not so sure about those, but I know that her purse should be like, her shoes should be maybe gray. Wrong end of the marker. All right. That's a decent color. All right. The park bench, though, was about that color. We're gonna have to go with some sort of a, maybe it's more of a yellow color for the park bench. Let me test this color. Ow! Sorry about that. I just wailed into the camera with my arm. That's gonna be the park bench color. Okay. Let's get some of that in there. I'm going around where the metal screws are that hold the bench together. I like little details like that. I think they make it special. And then we got to figure out a color for her face. Some kind of a, she looks blonde, so we'll go with a, I think this part here, we'll just do that to match it, but I think I'm gonna do a different color for those back beams. Because if you do them the same exact color, then they don't look like they're going back in space a little bit. This smudge here, this other ink, that must have bled through from one of my other drawings. I think I cut myself off earlier when I was, oh, maybe that was yesterday. I was talking about my sketchbook. I think every page should have something really cute on it. I think it should be like great. But my son was like, no, you're then just needed another foot back there to match. Your sketchbook should just be sketches and whatever. It's not called like a finished book with finished art. And I'm like, yeah, but the people, wouldn't it be cool to like take this book in somewhere and be able to show it off and flip through it and be like, yeah, this is my work. This is all my stuff. Okay, I am putting this browner color in the background to hopefully make it look like it's a different piece of wood, and we can fill in these little doohickeys now. So yeah, I think she's gonna be blonde because I am blonde, professionally blonde. Yeah, I was blonde as a baby. I was so beautiful. And then I turned into a 12-year-old kid who was just like, butt ugly. I don't know what happened. But then I got cute again. But you know that 12 is a tough age, man. I was an ugly 12. You can't tell, but yeah. It's okay. Let's see if powder pink is a good color for her skin. I'm highly doubting it. Maybe around the edges we can make her pink. That might look sick. Let's just do the edges of some of her. These alcohol inks blend. They blend nicely. So it'll be okay if it's not the right, ooh, let's give her a little. We want her whole body to match. So I bought this little doll, and I had to buy the whole doll with the head and everything. But they sell them without their heads, and that's the risk you take, is you could get the wrong head on it for the wrong color body. That is too bright. We're gonna keep that aside though. It would be smart if I would put the number with the sampler. But I have this whole page. Look at all the colors this thing came with. There's all the colors. So if I want to pick a color, I would like something light for her skin, 25, 26, or 29. But then I have these are not organized according to they're not organized according to color. And I had to throw some of them away. I found 26 though. Because I've started kind of drying out some of them. Oh, that's too bright. Oh my goodness. Should have tested it. Oh my goodness. Who is she? Why does she look so ridiculous? It was not that bright on the paper. It'll fade over time. Let's try this one instead. It'll fade over time, and trust me, there's Procreate, which is, oh, that's a sick color. And definitely not that one. There's Procreate, which is an app on my iPad. And on my iPad, I can, oh, that's better, that's better. Okay, so maybe we'll just finish it like this. We'll just fill in her face, blend it a little bit, and when I get it into the iPad, I'll drop this drawing on my scanner, scan it, bring it into my iPad, fix it, and then I will post it to my Facebook page and show all my little local friends the picture. But you're getting the view on how I do it. Hang on a second. Nobody said anything since Rowan, who started a long time ago. Everybody walked out on me. Y'all, everybody left. What is it, dinner time? That's fine. That's fine, I'll just talk to myself. I didn't say it was popular. Did I say it was popular? Popular, I wanna be popular. And that's probably why they leave. She started singing show tunes again from Wicked. That's all right. It's all right. Here we go. Let's check this color. All right, that'll work. So there we go. See that one up there, the top one? We're gonna make it sort of like that. This color is so bright. I may have to tone that down with another color later. I actually do research for these sketches. I have to pull up images and see what bus stop signs actually look like. I had to look to see what this little, can you see that? This little finger pushing the button sign over here. I had to look that up and figure out what those things look like. Because I don't know, and this was dumb. But, ooh, an excellent opportunity, a happy little accident, so I can show you how these Posca markers can fix this. It's like whiteout. It's magic. I could even do that down her face. Like, see, she's a little too bright there. I can wait for that to dry, and I can draw right over it again. This is acrylic paint. There you go. There you go. She's less blotchy. Ooh, maybe I can fix this toe issue. There we go. That looks better. All right, let's get some yellow hair. Let's get some color that I will. Ooh, no, don't make that mistake again, sister. There we go. Test the color first, because sometimes it looks like a normal color to use, and then all of a sudden, it's hideous. Disgusting. I'm traumatized, by the way, because I said that a color was disgusting once. I said green is disgusting, and this little boy started to cry. I felt so bad, he said, but green's my favorite color. So this umbrella, I feel like this lovesick robot over here. Are you getting that? The lovesick robot. I'm gonna slide this over just a smidge. Okay, the lovesick robot will have a pink umbrella for the lady because she's a lady. Maybe it changes color. That's too plain. Maybe it changes color according to, you know, how he feels about the lady that he's interested in here. I figure we'll all have robots one day. Our robots will fall in love with us. Just like that lady who trained dolphins and the dolphin fell in love with her in that movie. Like, true story. Dolphin got obsessed with a human. So weird, but you think about it, like, what if your robot gets obsessed with you? What if that's the future? I think we've all learned a valuable lesson. Don't think about what's going on in my mind. There we go. Scratchy, scratchy. That's cute. I don't care who you are. That there's cute. What is this shadow though? What's happening? All right. Welcome to the show. The robot needs some color. I feel like he's blue. Am I blue? Okay, so I was thinking about car seats when I was doing his body shape, which I think is really funny. So he's gonna be a blue car seat guy. The metal parts are gonna be blue. He doesn't really have any buttons or anything. He doesn't have an outlet that he plugs into. I'm not sure what kind of energy he's operating off. I want everything to become cordless though. You know, I am so sick of cords and cord management. I think it's just like, what is taking so long? They say one day we're gonna have these it's maybe about this size, suitcase size, nuclear energy, and it's gonna be in a tiny little box, maybe under the ground, and it's gonna feed whole neighborhoods. While I think that's interesting, I also think it's remotely scary. Let's give him a little pink heart. That pink is kind of sick. I'm not loving that pink, but I don't know where I put the orange. That one orangey color really helped over here. Let's see if we can tone it with some orangey. See, these pens have two, there we go. These orangies, blah, blah. These pens have, it has a little point and a little flat. And so that's why sometimes I pull up in the wrong side. I don't know what color green I used over here yesterday because I was a genius and did not. So I'm gonna mix this color here and then move more green in behind her. I never did draw the grass. I mean, 2 days ago I drew the grass up here, but I never drew the grass in yesterday's doodle. If you want to say hi, I am waiting to look at comments here. Let me see if I can scroll. Nothing new in a while. Hello, hello. I have some exciting news that recently I crossed into 7,000 subscribers, and I don't even know that many people. So it's definitely not my mom and her friends. Also, I don't have a mom anymore. So it's definitely not. So you can't be like, Julie, that's your mom. I'll be like, no. I've had the channel since before, but oh my God, the funniest thing happened. So I made a YouTube video and my mom watched it. It was ages ago. And you know how they advertise other videos on the side of the page? Like you can see other videos, and YouTube was not great at, I guess, figuring out what the viewer wanted to watch, or maybe they were back then. I'm not so sure. Sorry, I went off the screen again. There we go. I think we got it here. So over here, I've got some where I tested the markers. No big deal. So on the side of the screen was this very voluptuous Asian woman bouncing on a beach ball. And my mom was like, Julie, why do you have that on your channel? And I was like, it's not my channel. That was just, they're just advertising that to you. Not me. I didn't do it. Oh, goodness gracious. They blame me for everything. Oh, yep, that happened. Wasn't my fault. I did see it though. I did see it. When I opened it up, I got the same one. I don't know why. I was thinking maybe, oh, I think this gray is too gray. I was just gonna maybe put a little, maybe some shadow action over here next to the chair legs. Maybe her foot's casting a bit of a shadow. Next, give it some direction, some light direction. If you put some shadow, it often makes the character kind of stand up and stand out from the background a little bit. Our little dude over here, he could have some shadow around his feet too. And I don't know what time of day. I didn't make any of those decisions about this one. Like, what time of day is it? Any of that stuff. That would be taking it all entirely too seriously. And this, for me, like, this is just meant to be fun. I'm just having an opportunity to chat with you. And if you text me things, if you say stuff, then I'll read it. Check it out. Yep. Just I'll take some time away from consuming media for a little while, and I will just produce some media. Yesterday's video, as I said, I recently crossed over into the 7,000 subscribers, which is wicked. And I had probably up to 20 people had watched my video while it was live. And then after it stopped being live, okay, I'm going over here now. Once it stopped being live, got 400 views. So that's encouraging. Not everybody's available when I'm live, and I do not warn anyone when I'm going live. I just do it. I just turn the dang thing on when I have time. But I'm liking this time of day right before dinner, as long as dinner's ready. I'm one of those, not one of those like typical trad wives with the dresses, but I do like to have dinner ready for my husband when he gets home, because he works very hard and he's awesome. So he deserves to be taken care of. I don't know about that eye color, but he needs a little green line on top of his head. Yes, so this is our future of robots. And I'm not real sure if I'm gonna do the walk. I don't think I'm gonna do the gray walk. But let's move over and do the mailbox. We need to ink it first. Just a second while I grab all these pens. And let's see if I can get, oh, one hit the floor. I better make sure to pick that up. My dog likes to eat markers. There we go. Sorry about that shadow. I was just fixing it. 2 markers are in danger of getting eaten now. 3. Oh, Lordy. Lordy, look who's 40. Okay, here we go. Let me grab that with my toe. No, you have to pay extra to see the feet. All right, here we go. I cleaned up a little bit. Now, let's slide over here. Just getting things organized so I can center everything for you. So it's all pretty. Okay, back to inking. So, drew this stuff last night when I could not be live. There we go. So I'm gonna quickly trace around my pencil lines, and then there it is. Chicken broth is ready. Who wants some? I actually still had some from the last bird in the oven. In the oven. What's that other thing? The opposite of an oven? Yeah, the refrigerator. I have broth in there. So yeah, I take that bird, and I take my hands and I rip all the meat off there. And then I put the bones in the Instant Pot, and then I cook it up. Set it on pressure cooker for like 45 minutes. And then that will be part of my lunch on another day. So I guess we're having the chicken I ripped off there. It was very unpleasant, the way that I have to get my hands on there to get the chicken apart. But I'm an animal, you know? I think, we're all animals. I just tore into that thing. And the dogs, the minute I started working on it, the dogs came running over. I have 2 very little dogs, and they come running over, and they know they're gonna get some if they stand there. I'm such a sucker. So they got some chicken. Here we go. There we go. Get some little, all the little details. Oh, here I wrote something funny like mail a letter to your mom or something. Oh, it says send mom a letter or else. Let me trace that. I don't know if I'll be able to copy that with the pen. I might have to do those fake little letters that people do. Oh, that was almost a really nice line. I almost got it. I'm being really careful. It's about all I can do at one time is hold my breath and draw a line. So it said, yeah, see, I can't. This is not a fine enough line to do that. So I'm just going to leave that as it is right now. And if you're hearing dinging, it's the time of day when my husband and son start telling me, we're on our way home from work. They both work full time. And little old me is at home doing all the other stuff. Trying to behave. Selling stuff on Marketplace. I just sell our old junk. Sold an old vacuum today for $10. Because I got the new and improved Roomba. It's not really a Roomba, actually, it's a shark. It's the one that mops and sweeps. And boy, I can't tell you, like, that has definitely saved me an hour a day. Because I was vacuuming all the time. And now the Roomba does it. And it mops, so that just darn near cost the housekeeper a job. I don't know. I haven't had her back since I bought it. I feel bad about that, but it's like, yeah, I mean, that happened. It's just so good, and it mops the floor, and I can do the other stuff myself. My arms aren't broken. Oh! Rats. I didn't say the bad word I was thinking. I want credit for that. Okay, so the thought process of these is definitely not to be selling this artwork. I got tired of selling stuff. I got tired of custom requests. I got mean. I don't want to be that mean person. I don't want the joy taken out of my art. There's nothing you can buy here right now, you know? I'm not selling anything. I'm just here to have friends. I'm just here for the fun of it. Y'all be my friends. Here we go. You can watch me because you love me, or you can watch me because you hate me, and I don't care. Just be kind in the comments. Or not. That's the cool thing. I watched this guy who's like a literal psychopath. He keeps himself away from people. Do you know who he is? Should we play a guessing game? What famous YouTuber and Twitch streamer exactly has psychopathic tendencies, is very smart, but keeps himself in his house away from people because he kind of thinks he's a danger to him? No guesses yet? Okay. Well, I enjoy the guy's video, even though I don't always understand what he's talking about because I don't watch video games. But he references them a lot. But he usually is doing current events now. And so I'll watch him and look at his opinions. And how in the MC Escher did I mess that up? Oh, I guess I didn't. Okay. Y'all, do you know who MC Escher is? He's the guy who drew those staircases that went nowhere, like visual tricks in pencil. Genius. Very cool. Oh, I rushed. Don't rush or you end up with some nonsense that looks like this. I might be able to fix that with my white Posca marker. Here we go. All right. Oh, so hungry. Can't wait for dinner. Even if it is stinking chicken again tonight. I really want something else. I want a lasagna. But I just keep getting, I get bigger, then I gotta go on low carb, then I get bigger again, then I go on low carb. Because I love me some carbs, and there's nothing good about that. Man, when I was young, I could eat whatever and be skinny. An hourglass figure. All right, am I off the page now? Y'all gotta tell me. You gotta tell me. I've got 2 friends here still. Hello, friends. We're just gonna get this copied up. You want to tell me something? I mean, I'm here to listen to it. Who's your favorite YouTuber? Other than me. Is there any channels I'm missing out that I should really be watching? Anything interesting happening in the news? You can say whatever. Just say whatever in the comments. Just let me know what's going on. Are we avoiding the news? Is that why we're here? We gotta get his little motorized surfboard thing. Guess you could call it a skateboard, but really, is that even skating? I don't know why they call it a skateboard. Roller skating on quads is the only real skating. Fight me. Here we go. Isn't that cute? The lines really make it. The lines make the drawing fun. I did used to make money off my doodles. People would pay me. People would pay me to put their names on it. Alexa, what's my notification? Alexa, what's my notification? Sorry for shouting.
One notification from Amazon. U.S. National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm watch for America.
There we go. Alexa, stop.
5 p.m. CET until June 3rd, 11 p.m.
There you have it. All right, so now we need to just erase out this part. Do y'all know what time it is? It's almost 5 o'clock in my neck of the woods here. There we go. There we go. What color? The mailbox is blue. We've already used a bunch of blue, but I want, like, okay, so here's the problem. He's got blue. Here, let's raise this way up. Let's see if I can get